We're developing models that maybe can account for the spread of swine flu in the future, in the next few weeks or months. We really have to understand mobility networks, how humans travel worldwide on a large scale on the air transportation network and also on the small scale, commuting traffic, etc. We had data on the worldwide air transportation network, but we didn't have reliable data for the smaller scales. And then we came across where'sgeorge.com, which is this online bill tracking system. And then we developed this idea that maybe we can use the traveling bills as a proxy for human mobility, and that's how it all started. We know that human mobility is a key factor in shaping the spatial dynamics of diseases. So right now there is data for the United States and for Mexico. There are many cases in Mexico City and a few cases in the US. So what we do, we take this data and inform our model with this data, and then we have the flux of passengers from Mexico into the United States, and we have, the cases in the US already, and we fix our simulation to these boundary conditions, and then we run our simulation and see what the outcome is. We computed what is known as the worst case scenario, that is, what would happen, how would this disease spread if no measures were taken at all. This is a 4-week projection. In the worst case scenario, we project around 15 to 1,700 cases in the United States. Of course, there are measures being taken, and so as time progresses, the prediction is going to be different from what is actually happening. So at every time we have to feed our simulations with the new information and run the next projection. So what we are planning on doing is we take the simulation and try to mimic reactions of public health and so forth that would reduce the basic reproduction number, and then we'd see what the simulation would look like if that is taken into account. So these 1,700 cases in the worst case scenario after 4 weeks are distributed in space, and we can identify sort of red zones in the United States that have a very high likelihood of showing a case within the next few weeks.